Yo, what's good? It's JR the Boss Man here from the Boss Man Show, BS3 TV, Believe Network, here bringing you your Braves recap. Yo, what's up? JR the Boss Man here, Boss Man Show, BS3 TV, also Believe Network, here bringing you post-game recap of the Braves from June 17th. It was an exciting game at Truist Park tonight. The Braves were down 4-1 late. Eighth inning, had bases loaded. Marcell Ozuna hit a double down the left field line, tied the game at 4 to get the Braves back in there. But it was tonight, Spencer Schwellenbach did a good job of just getting through innings, despite some mistakes he made. Gave a home run to Juan Soto, Tyrone Taylor as well. Gave up 2 runs, additional runs as well. Braves was down 4-1 for the longest. Just down. Bats wasn't clicking. But in that 8th inning, it kind of worked out for him. Like I said, bases were loaded. Ozuna came up, got him a double. It's cleared them bases and got it to be 4-4. In the top of the 9th inning, Ronald Acuña had a heck of a catch, a circus catch. A lot of you hear in post game from Snit, Austin Riley, Acuña himself, and Schwellenbach to talk about what you see from Ronald Acuña on an everyday basis. But this game was pretty much that. In the extra innings, Austin Riley got a sacrifice fly because you had Luke Williams already on base right there. Then they walked Acuña. They also walked Olsen there. So, and then Riley came up, got the ball up in the air, sacrifice fly. Braves win 5-4. A game the Braves definitely needed. The Mets are top of the NL East. They definitely need to come back. They can't go down anymore, so it's a big win for them. They'll have Chris Sale going tomorrow. Also, Iglesias, Nick talked about this, was a good outing for him. He needed an outing like this. He's been throwing the ball well. Dylan Lee in the 9th inning held it down as well. Did a good job for the Braves, but Schwellenbach eating up them in 7 innings tonight, eating them up. Pierce Johnson got in the game in the 8th inning as well for the Braves. So tonight was it wasn't a lot of action tonight on the field per se because it was a 4-1 game. Pitching was slowed down, but in the 8th inning the Braves down to the last 4 outs. Ozuna 2 out, 3-run double on left field line, ties the game. So Iglesias gets the win in the 10th inning, but he needed that outing as well. Snit talked about that, and he talked about how Ronald Acuña, if you go up and get a beer, you may miss something, do something amazing. So it's a total team effort tonight. A lot of guys took up for the Braves tonight. When you're hearing the comments from Riley, Schwellenbach, Snit, and Acuña, who came up there after the game as well, you hear from as well. So this night game, Braves recap. Braves improved to 32-39. Another game tomorrow night here at Truist Park. We'll be live and in color here as well, so check that out. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Braves recap. The Braves win 5-4, extra innings and 10 innings. So check out tonight's post-game clips on the back end. Check out some clips. Today's post-game pressers.
What was your thought about Ronald's catch there, and then just the whole play in general?
Yeah, that was awesome. Up in the training room, we got the camera behind home plate. See the ball go up in the air, and that was just an unbelievable catch. And for him to get it to first and get a double play, it was pretty cool to watch.
What kind of energy did that send through the place?
I mean, it sounded pretty loud. I wasn't out there to hear it, but it sounded loud. It's great. They got us down to 2 outs there with bases loaded, and he delivered big time.
But how good does this feel to start this 2-week stretch, at least in this manner?
Yeah, it's really good. I always want to come out on top, but this one's special. Down 4-1 late in the game and come back and persevere through it and put up a win. It's big.
Were you pleased with that?
I mean, the first couple innings, you give up 3 runs, and it's just got to bear down and give the team as many innings as you can. And I'm glad that I was able to get through 7. But yeah, just like I said, just getting through as many innings as I can for the team.
No adjustment or anything mechanically you tweak so where you're getting a velocity or a shape that you feel like is more effective?
I think just moving efficiently and getting my body into the right spots to be able to generate a lot of force towards home. And I've had a bump in velocity the last month or so, and kind of say that was the reason for it. Just really using my bullpens as kind of a feel-good thing and get my body moving right, and the ball's been coming out good for me.
The rain delay on a Tuesday night, obviously, there's been some recent struggles. What's it like playing in front of that crowd tonight, especially in the later innings of this game?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a playoff game, honestly. It was late start, but the fans were awesome. It was loud, and even when we were behind, they stayed behind us and were loud through the entire game.
All right.
The catch wasn't to make a play like that to double him up to add to that.
Sí, explicando, o sea, la emoción de esa jugada y después de tener ahí la presencia y la mente de hacer el double play.
Mira, de verdad que primeramente que nada, de verdad que contento que ganamos el juego y de verdad que primero no anticipe esas cosas, y luego hace que pase, de verdad que pudo salir bien y lo más importante que ganamos.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm just happy that we won the game, obviously, and first and foremost, just happy that the team won the game. That's the most important thing, and really for me, it's just about anticipating those plays and just executing. And fortunately, it worked out, and I was able to kind of play out how I wanted it to. And like I said, we won.
Special win, one of those special wins.
No, sí, claro, todos los juegos cuentan y más que los metan, tienen un buen equipo, están de primer lugar, nosotros estamos ahí en la pelea y eso, y es bueno haber ganado este juego.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think the Mets are in first place. They have a really good team, so to go out there and beat them, and every win matters. Every win's important. So just to go out there and be able to get that tonight, it's big.
What was the and on field when Ozuna hits that 3-run double?
No, increíble, de verdad que batalló ese turno, pudo traer las carreras necesarias para ganar y el dogado se vio la energía que teníamos.
I mean, incredible. He was able to drive the runs that we needed in, and I think the dugout sort of echoed that type of energy and that enthusiasm.
Thrilling or wins like this where it's like, you're down on your final 4 outs and everything just turns tide and keeps going your way the rest
All
of the
those. Yeah. Satisfying, thrilling, all of them, all the adjectives. No, that was good. That was a lot of good things. Schwelly kind of got it up and got through 7 innings. That was really big, I think. Marcel, Ronald's catch, a lot of really good things. Happy for Austin that he put us over the top, and so that's a big win. Obviously, we were talking about earlier in the day. It's a big series. They're all big now because we've created that, and so that's a good one to start off on.
After and to do it in such an important one.
Now that's hopefully something that kind of gets us off the mat, and should, you know what I mean, and because we've had some heartbreakers and 1-run losses, so it's nice to get one like that.
Did it feel like it was kind of a two events there that happened, Ronald's catch and then Ozuna's hit and then Ronald's catch?
Yeah, no, it was good. You kind of felt like things were turning a little bit, and Matt had a really good at bat. Didn't expand, just kind of. Luke had kind of got in between, and it was just a heads-up play right there by him too, not panicking, and because that was a tough read for him off second, so that was a great read. Then after that, to put himself in that position.
What do you make of his performance tonight, and what have you seen?
Iggy?
Yeah.
No, that was big for him. I think that's a really that's a big game for him because he's kind of working his way back into being a guy again, and I think he's had like 3 in a row now, maybe 4 that see some really good signs, which is really good because we're going to need him, and Dylan too. So we'll probably just continue to mix and match those guys, but that was good for Iggy.
athleticism, a little bit of everything.
No, just have the time, kind of the timing to. I didn't know what that ball was going to do. I kept waiting for him to turn to try and get the ball off the wall. Then he stayed with it, and I thought, well, maybe he has a chance. And that was just good timing by him, not to get too aggressive at the wall, and you know, it was good leap, and obviously, and you know, so that I'll underscore to say that's a big play.
You know, you think of maybe
Yeah, I
trying to
know.
score,
Yeah,
who knows?
no, that's a great play. I mean, and you need to, against good teams like that, you need to make big plays, and you know, as we've seen many times, that kid's capable of doing that.
Speaking of, but is it kind of reminding you of that year where every night when you come to the park, he's going to do something special to help you guys win a game?
Well, I mean, I said when he came, I mean, he's one of those guys, you better not go buy beer when he's, you know, around, because he might do something that you've never seen before. I mean, he's that kind of talent.
Home run games you guys have experienced here lately.
Yeah, that was huge. You know, I thought you know, some guys had some really big moments tonight. When, you know, with Ronald, you know, the play out there and right. You know, Iggy, you know, Dylan Lee, you know, unbelievable job. Schwelle, you know, I thought, you know, he went deep, and that, you know, that's what you want. You know, a few mistakes, but I thought he threw the ball pretty well. So it was just a good start to the series.
What was that? Ozuna's hit, bases clearing hit, and Ronald's catch. I mean, the whole thing just kind of turned upside down, and after you guys were kind of.
Yeah, I told him I love a team sport. You know, obviously not being able to get it done right there, and then he come up with the big hit. That was huge. Yeah, I mean, that was you know, it's what he's there to do, and you know, I feel like he was real calm in those moments, and like I said, a huge swing for us.
What do you see with Ron?
You know, Pete's a strong man. You know, I really didn't think he was going to carry as far as it did, but you know, it ended up doing that, and just an unbelievable catch. You know, unbelievable, and to be able to heads up play to get the ball back in, to double them off right there, that was huge.
Were you swinging first pitch?
No, not necessarily. You know, he threw you know, four change-ups to Matty in the dirt, so you know, I kind of had a feeling he was going to challenge me, you know, especially with the sinker. You know, try to get a ground ball left side somewhere. You know, I just told myself, see it up. You know, he throws 100, so just be on time, and you know, was able to elevate it.
Peterson started off pretty strong and went into, I believe it was the 8th inning.
Yeah.
What about him makes him a difficult matchup? He doesn't really throw hard, he doesn't really induce that many swings and misses, but he gets outs.
No, I mean, you know, he's a pitcher. I think that's the ultimate, you know, word for it. Is just he pitches. You know, pitches to the corners, up and down, changes speeds really well. You know, doesn't leave a whole lot over the middle of the plate, and you know, the sinker's got good sink. The changeup, you know, gets a lot of ground balls. And he did that tonight. You know, kind of tip your cap to him. Like I said, he threw the ball well tonight.
That was your Braves recap. Hope you enjoy. See you guys down the road. Remember, always catch the recaps. Boss Man Show, BS3TVLive.com, BS3 Network, and the Believe Network. See you.